What is up, you guys? It's Evan, and I'm back with another NBA 2K18 video. This time we're talking about the NBA 2K League Combine, something that's been announced for some time now, but this is the first time that we are actually going to see what the Combine actually is and the important details for it. Alright, so the NBA 2K League Combine is going to run from February 2nd to February 21st, and it's going to be for everybody who did 50 games, or who won 50 games in January. You don't have to complete the application yet. It's already down here. The online application will be available during February. This means you only need 50 wins to advance to the 2K League Combine in February. The qualifier will automatically see a new menu item when you have completed your 50 games in February. The key dates are there are going to be 12 playing windows available from February 2nd to February 21st. And all the Combine play must take place during these windows. Playing windows are distributed to suit the various regions of our global playing community, so it's trying to give everybody an equal opportunity to play enough games. If you didn't already see, it's going to take 40 games at your primary position to be eligible to even get drafted. But let's see, the dates are 22, 23, 24, 27, 29, 210, 11, 14, 16, 17, 18, and the 21st. Different times, 8 p.m. to 12 a.m. Eastern. So basically just in the afternoon, pretty much for Eastern, and then during the weekends it starts earlier, ends later. Okay, so something interesting, your players will have 5 archetypes to choose from for each position, but must compete in only one position through the Combine. Archetypes. Players can choose the archetype they will play with for their selected position. The complete list of available archetypes is below. Here we got a point guard, we got shot creating slasher, shot creating sharp, slashing playmaker, sharpshooting playmaker, playmaking shot creator. I think this is interesting because a sharpshooting playmaker, you can't speed boost and you can't do dribble moves really. I mean, you can do basic ones. Playmaking shot creator, you are going to have all the dribble moves you could possibly want, but you're not going to have a great three-point shot. And you're not going to have, I mean, they're determining what your badges are anyways. I don't know by what, but they're going to be basically deciding what the badges are, and they're going to pre-select them, which ones you get and which ones you don't get for your archetype. But with the playmaking shot creator, I know that if you make it shot creating playmaker, you get 90 ball control right if you're 6'5", and you get 93 off dribble mid and 93 mid. But if you're a shot creating, or if you're a playmaking shot creator, you only get an 86 mid instead, and you get higher dribble moves and higher passing. So it's gonna be interesting to see sort of how this is gonna work out, because they've selected 5. It's almost kind of unfair how they've selected 5 different archetypes, and some people have been playing on 1 or 2 or 3 archetypes the entire year, thinking that they would be able to play on an archetype like that for the 2K League, but it turns out that they've just, for whatever reason, decided that these are the most balanced archetypes, which I don't know why you wouldn't want to have better archetypes. You only want to have average archetypes that are, I guess, balanced. But it doesn't seem fair to me that, you know, like, let's say if I'm on a shot creating playmaker, which I'm on, that's not on this list, so I have to basically figure out a completely different way to play in some ways if I'm on a playmaking shot creator, because I don't have as good of a dribble, or I mean an off dribble mid. I don't have as good of a mid-range jump shot. My three-point shot's actually worse too. It's also kind of interesting because, you know, you're only going to have these archetypes to choose from in the menu, but I'm curious if they let you pick the height, and I'm curious if they let you put your own dribble moves, your own jump shot on. I don't know what it's going to be like, if it's just going to take your My Player and all its presets and just change the build, or if it's going to make you set it all up all over again, but, you know, for free, because obviously you're trying to qualify for the 2K League, or what it's going to be like. But it seems awfully confusing that you have to go from your My Player with everything that you have set exactly how you want it, all your badges that you've been grinding for, your high overall, to go and just completely change builds to something completely different, maybe at a different height, with different dribbles you have to set back up. You have to set back up your jump shot, your off dribble, all that stuff. Seems really, I mean, I guess, you know, do whatever you need to do if you want to get drafted, but it's kind of a pain in the neck to figure everything out again, especially if it's not the same archetype, and it's not the same badges. So, I mean, I think it's kind of confusing that you're going to go from letting everybody qualify for 50 games, playing on whatever they want, and then all of a sudden, without anybody knowing, you're putting out these builds here that you must use, And, you know, some people are going to have already played on those builds. Some people won't. I definitely, I mean, I have a playmaking shot creator with a playmaking first, but I don't play on nearly as much as I play my shot creating playmaker. I have a play shooter, but I've never played on a sharpshooting playmaker. But anyways, let's continue down the list. We got shooting guard, we got playmaking slasher, sharpshooting defender, slashing shot creator, sharpshooting shot creator, pure sharp. Small forward, we also got a shot creating slasher, which is a really good build. Sharpshooting shot creator, pure sharp, which is also really good, obviously. Slashing defender, sharpshooting slasher. That's also a good build for a small forward. Power forward, we got slashing rim protector, rebounding athletic, slashing post scorer, two-way rebounder, sharpshooting rim protector. That's probably going to be the power forward pick if I had to guess, if people wanted to keep playing a 5-wide, 5-out offense. Center, post scoring athletic, slashing rebounder, pure rim protector, slashing stretch 5. Probably going to be that. Rebounding post scorer. Tracking, there's not going to be a leaderboard, but there's going to be video on demand highlights of the games that you've played, and you can see your stats. I'm not sure if they're going to show you the in-depth stats that they've been talking about, like, you know, your releases on your jump shots and stuff like that, but, you know, we'll see when it comes. The analysis during the combat in the 2K League will measure high-level stats such as points, rebounds, assists, as well as more in-depth stats such as shot release timing, pass to assist, and block efficiency. Block efficiency, I don't know, like, you know, what that means, because this game seems to totally arbitrarily call shooting fouls when you completely blocked the shot and you didn't contact any other part of the body. You legit just blocked the ball out of the air, and it's just a shooting foul because you don't have high enough defense to get that block. I swear to God, that happens sometimes. The league will continue to analyze the gameplay and qualitative data in the weeks following the combine. Players in consideration for the draft pool will be contacted to complete additional steps. So, you know, the goal is to obviously get contacted because you're considered in the draft pool. We'll see if that happens, because there's already a lot of great players, right? And there's only 102 spots, which has gone up because there was 85, but now there's 102 because there's a 6-man for each team, which is cool. I think that's awesome that they added an extra spot for a 6-man, because really only 85 spots. I mean, like, I don't know how excited you can get about that, because almost no one's going to really get drafted, right? Like, I mean, obviously this is for professional players, but like 85 spots is like, you know, that's not even top 10. That's barely top 10 from each console. Like, if you took the top 10 teams from Xbox and you took the top 10 teams from PS4, that basically is more than the amount of players that you would need if you had 85 spots. So if you have 102, you can fit about top 10 teams each. But obviously, you know, like, that's the other thing is, not only are all these great players playing Team Pro-Am, but you have all these people that are really good, and they're going to show that they're really good through these next level sort of analytics and stats with the shot release timing and the pass to assist and the block efficiency stuff like that. A lot of people are going to be seen as, you know, like sleeper candidates, or like come from out of nowhere high quality players that can, like, I don't know, get drafted potentially, compared to the people that you see that are in competitive Team Pro-Am already. So it's going to be interesting, because I'm sure a lot of competitive Team Pro-Am players are going to assume that they should be drafted, or that, you know, people they know should be drafted because they've been playing Team Pro-Am for so long and they know the mode so well. But obviously, the 2K League thinks different, and the mode's going to be different, and what's balanced is going to be different, obviously based off of the 5 pre-selected archetypes for each position. And I guess we're just going to see, you know, like, if we get some completely out of nowhere players that get drafted into the 2K League, you'll know that they're looking for more than just, I don't know, a 5-out offense in Team Pro-Am. So I guess we'll see what happens. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video, and peace. Make sure to subscribe. Bye, guys.